Right, so we've got a super interesting car on the channel today. It is a 2021 BMW M3 competition, obviously a G80, right? This car has just arrived at Binker, but it ain't mine, all right? It's a car that I would absolutely love to have because I absolutely love these cars. I've never driven one, by the way. We had an M4 on the channel recently, never had an M3. But this car here was actually bought by my little brother, Jerome, who you've seen on the channel previously, but we've never done a whole video with him. So we're gonna try and get him included in this video today. This car is now 2 years old, so I think we really need to talk about values as well, because this is actually the cheapest M3 G80 competition available currently in the country. So we're gonna talk about values, meet Jerome, go for a little drive in it, and see what it's all about. Cool, so Jerome's just on the phone. I don't know, I was going to say he's on the phone to a customer. He's actually on the phone to the Piri chicken shop up the road. He's ordering a bit of lunch. So in the meantime, I thought I'd go for a little wander around the car. So this is the first time, I mean, there was one at my car show last year. It's actually mad. Like, I'm a proper massive BMW fan, as you lot know. But I've never really been up close and personal with one of these M3s. And they've been out for quite a while now, nearly 2 years. So, I literally love the look of these cars. For me, like a dream daily driver is a touring. They've brought them out as well. But they're mega money, man. And when we talk about depreciation shortly, you'll see exactly why. If I'm going to buy one, I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait until. I say if, that's a big if. If I'm going to buy one, I will be waiting until they've depreciated a little bit. So yeah, there's just overall presence of these cars. The rear lights, the M3 competition badge on the rear, the big bold wide arches. I love the fact that he's got full wide arches. You lot know I love that as well. Tinted windows in the rear, carbon fibre roof. How cool is that? And I've just done a HPI check on this car. Jerome obviously done that when he bought it, of course. He's going to be here shortly, by the way. I'm not coming over just yet. HPI clear car. We're not going to go through too much on this, but he didn't do a car vertical check, yeah? By the way, if you want to do a car vertical check, that is available to the public. I will link them in the description below. Use my code CCD as well to get a little discount when you do your checks. I highly support, encourage, and push everyone to do your check when you're buying a car. It's so important because you get to find out little horror stories about cars. Luckily for Jerome, it's all good, it's all clear. Mileage is good, talk about the mileage shortly. In fact, we'll do that right now. The mileage on this car, just over 30,000 miles. In 2 years, done 30,000 miles, so it's not bad mileage. It ain't like stupidly low, it's probably average for the age of the car. So yeah, mileage has got a green tick. The theft there has got a green tick, so it's not stolen. That means it's good, yeah? It's a good sign. Accidents, not been in any accidents, not got any finance, and obviously it's only a couple of years old, so there's not really much more to report, but again, I will link them in the description below. I highly recommend you do one of them checks. We'll jump back on HPI shortly and maybe talk about new values and used values. But before we do that, let's get Jerome on camera. Jerome, this is the first time. No, you was on the channel a few years ago, weren't you?
Yeah, it's been a while.
In the Golf R?
It's been a couple of years.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Some people would say you look like my brother, actually.
we actually looked the same today, didn't we?
We've got the same jackets, innit? Proper car trader jackets.
Wicked.
So you just bought a G80 M3, yeah?
Yeah.
So for the last couple of years, you've just been running around in bits of stock at Binker, whatever, just basically just getting by.
Anything that's got fuel in it, I'll drive a Corsa, whatever. I'm literally not fussed. If we're going out on the weekends, you want to drive something nicer, but whatever, Monday to Friday, I'm literally not fussed what I drive.
Just not fussed at all?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
So you actually, you've over the last couple of years been focusing on a house project, haven't you?
Yeah, that's been a priority. And also I'm trying to save money, saving on petrol, insurance as well. Obviously we have to insure this car, had to put petrol in it, so trying to save as much money as possible to pay for the house and get by as well.
So your sacrifice is, obviously you love cars, yeah?
Yeah, of course, I love cars. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here, isn't it?
Definitely.
So, and obviously a sacrifice for you really, it's been like, you've literally been running around in an old Corsa, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. Literally anything, or old 3 Series, whatever we've got. And if I want something nice for the weekend, it's the option to take it, yeah. So,
recently, up until now, so you've been working obviously flat out in the week at Binker.
Yeah.
You're proper on it, doing deals all the time.
Constantly, yeah, there's always stuff going on.
Always good stuff going on. And then in the evenings, you've been working on his house.
Yeah.
And that's now complete, it's all gone through.
House is done, yeah.
So your priority when the house went through was, I want to get myself a nice car.
I wanted to get a car. I was undecided what I was going to get. There was a couple of options, and I decided, obviously, because we're in the game, we want to get something cheap naturally.
Yeah,
I thought whatever comes up that's cheap, it's the right price. I'm not going to pay over the odds because that's what we're doing. So this car come up. It was cheap, it was the right car for me. It's a dream car anyway. It's a car that we've always loved. We've always, even as a kid, it's always a car we wanted. So the new one come out, I didn't think it was in my price bracket. Thought I could stretch myself, put a bit more money in, and then get the car that I wanted.
Yes, because you was looking at an RS3, weren't you?
RS3 has, it's been my dream car, because obviously it's a sports hatch. It's been my dream sports hatch from probably 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I've always loved them. I still think they're probably the best, in my opinion, the best sports hatch out there.
Yeah.
It's still a car I absolutely would love to buy, so it's still on the radar to get one as well. But it didn't come up. They're getting silly money through auction. Trying to buy them privately is very difficult. Trying to get one with a good spec is hard as well. So trying to get everything that you want, I couldn't find it. So that's why I haven't settled for second best, but I've settled for another car that I wanted.
Nah, and I think like you touched on it just now, you said about it being a deal. That's priority. So you're looking at RS3s in auction and stuff, you're thinking, I want to buy one, but I'm not paying over the odds for one because it's too much money.
Exactly.
You ultimately, your mind is, you're a trader, whether you're trading in bloody Bitcoin, houses, cars, anything. You're a trader by nature, and it's got to be the right money. So
100%, definitely, yeah.
You also looked at an F80 M3, which was a massive consideration.
Yeah.
And well, I suppose because this came up at a little bit more money, which it literally, I say a little bit more money, but
still quite a big chunk.
It was a big leap, but not a massive leap for the the type of car that you're getting.
If you want the same mileage F80 with good spec, it's not too old, you're probably going to pay 35, 36 grand. This was about 18, 20 grand more, but you get a lot more for your money.
You do get a lot more for your money.
And it's a big step up where the F80 would be the top end of the F80s, whereas this would be the bottom end of the G80s.
Yeah.
So that's why I looked at it. I didn't consider it whatsoever. I literally woke up on my phone, see it go online at like 7:30 in the morning, literally got up, see it on there, and I was like, I didn't even know you could get them for that money. I didn't even know it was possible. And I thought, I've just got to do it. Just have to do it. I couldn't say no. I looked at it, the colour's amazing. I've always loved the colour.
Yeah.
I think it looks brilliant in that colour. And it was just the right car, so I thought, I can't say no.
Yeah, well done, man. Wicked, it's a massive step up. So, so currently you're daily driving it, you're loving the journey to work, to and from work at the minute, aren't you?
Yeah, I've insured it, filled the tank up, set my phone up on the Bluetooth, the Apple CarPlay. I'm daily driving it, and it's an amazing car.
So you probably
took Clay out in it. He was absolutely loving it. Kept telling me, "Daddy, go faster." But it's a brilliant car. Can't complain.
Cool, well, I think we'll go for a little drive in it, yeah?
Yeah, let's go out for a drive,
I want to see inside. I've never driven one before. And should I drive? Is that the plan?
Yeah, you drive.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not too happy about that, but you drive.
Cool. Let's hit the road, see what it drives like, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it. G80 M3. Is all this carbon, is that standard?
I'm not sure, Cal. They've put on their carbon inlays, but I think it is standard, you know that?
A lot of them seem to have carbon, don't they?
I think they are all carbon. Maybe you can get it taken off if you want, but I don't know why you do that.
Yeah, such a nice interior. Just quickly pull up H. In fact, let's start it first. Have a little listen. What are they? 500 braking, eh?
503, yeah.
503. And I think the F80 was 425, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, so it's quite a
big step up.
More power, quite a lot more power. So HPI, I just wanted to do a quick spec check and talk about values as well. That's important.
Yeah.
0 former keepers, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 owner for new.
That's amazing.
Wicked.
So the car was 72 grand new.
Yeah.
2.5 grand's worth of optional equipment.
Yeah.
It's got the M driver's package. That was £2,000, the M driver's package.
Yeah, that's mental.
It's got the bi-colour alloy wheels.
So I'm assuming with the wheels you pay for the colour that you want it, because all the wheels are the same, aren't they, in the comps?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
So you must pay if you want it a certain colour or two-tone colour or whatever.
So these are diamond cut with black on the inside, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, so you pay extra for that.
Cool. And yeah, values. So this car new was nearly £75,000. And then at the minute, if you look on Auto Trader, you've actually decided you want to sell this car, didn't you?
It just seems silly to not have it up for sale. If it sells for the right price, I'm not fussed if it sells or not, but if it sells for the right price, then why would I not sell it?
Yeah. So you bought it because you want to enjoy a car, but again, going back to how you are as a person.
Yeah, I thought I'd drive it and stick up for sale at the same time. So if someone wants to come and buy it, and it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, then I get to keep driving
to enjoy it. Yeah, that's one of the beauties, I suppose, perks of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But online, they started at 58 grand.
Yeah.
mine is currently the cheapest one online. There's not another one available. There was one that went on for the same price. It didn't have the M Drivers Pack, but did have the Comfort Pack, so slightly different spec options, in the same colour with black wheels, not diamond cut wheels. That's sold. It's been taken offline.
Oh, right.
It's not on Auto Trader anymore.
Oh, right.
So that was on Auto Trader last week. It's not on Auto Trader now, so I'm assuming it's sold. So currently this is the cheapest one in the UK for sale.
Remember guys, if you've got a car you want to sell, visit my website enterreg.com, where your car will get offered to all of our traders on our platform. And if you're a car trader and you want to be on that platform, you can also visit enterreg.com, click on this car dealer area here and sign yourself up. And whoever you are, whenever you are entering your reg on a website, think of enterreg.com.
And what did you say this is advertised for now?
£58,000.
£58,000. So the cheapest one on the net right now, £58,000. And
with one owner from new.
And the new price, 75 grand, 74-ish. It ain't depreciated a lot really, has it?
Nah, it hasn't, nah.
It's not a crazy amount of depreciation. Obviously them 2 years were quite sort of priming.
They was going, I think they probably went up for 6 months. I think it's took a bit of a hit maybe the last 3 or 4 months where the prices started to adjust and
go
dip
back
a bit.
down, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not too bad really, is it? Considering.
I think that's good going, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, so anything else to talk about in here?
They come spec'd well anyway. They
do.
come with heads-up display, Harman Kardon, ambient lighting. It's obviously got the carbon inlays. It's reverse camera. The spec on them already is amazing. So compared to the old comps, where they added a lot of spec options on, didn't they?
Well, yeah, especially on the earlier cars, they didn't come very well spec'd at all.
No, they didn't. Whereas the new ones, they've consciously made the spec from standard goods.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I thought when it come up, it didn't have many spec options on it, but the standard spec's brilliant.
Yeah.
And there's nothing it hasn't got that I would want.
No, it's got it all going for it. I know the carbon seats are a massive feature in these cars.
Yeah, you love it.
You love them. Do you know what? I love them, but I said to you, I sat in an M4 with carbon seats, and they weren't very comfortable.
Nah.
And then Shoe Black has got he just gave it away on a competition. He had one of these, and when we went to Germany, we spent a lot of time in that car, and I used to, I was in the passenger seat a lot, and he had the comfort seats as well, and they look good and they're comfortable.
Yeah,
they don't look like a compromise of a seat, do they?
No.
So
they look amazing.
Yeah, but at 58 grand, I don't think there's going to be anything available in the market.
You've got no chance. It's probably 65 plus, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder what the cheapest one currently is with the carbon seats in it.
Because that's probably the best spec option. They do the ultimate pack as well, but that's like 17,000 from new. That comes with everything.
Wow, that's a massive
option, yeah.
Cool. Quick, I was going to do a quick hashtag key check. Look, there you go. It's the same as the key that I had on my M5. Funny enough, it's very similar. It reminds me a lot of my M5. Obviously the cockpit and that's the same, which is interesting. Got 2 cup holders. Let's go see what it drives like. Yeah. It's funny for you because, like I say, really, we all do. We put work first, yeah. Obviously, I suppose for me, because I'm doing YouTube now, it's kind of a bit of a priority for me to have a nice. I say that though, the last car I had was my M5 competition. That was actually a year ago.
That was an amazing car.
But you don't really get to. I know you do drive the odd car, don't you? But you don't get to experience them, I suppose, like I do.
Nah, of course not.
So for you, this must be amazing.
It's massive, yeah. It's absolutely wicked. It's an amazing car. Well, the best car I've ever had.
Definitely.
Up there with one of the best cars I've ever driven.
And when you said about you want to get an F80, and then you said about this, I remember you saying to me, I'm like, you know what, you actually have to get a G80, man.
A massive step up, definitely.
So let's talk about you, because obviously the channel, they're going to be well interested in you, man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're going to be thinking, what Jerome's on the channel? You're always in the background in videos and stuff, but we never really fully got you on camera.
Yeah.
You're the youngest of the 5 brothers before our parents separated and had more kids.
Yeah.
We also grew up in the same house together.
Yeah.
It was madness.
Absolute carnage, yeah. 4 older brothers.
You got 4 older brothers.
Always picking on me.
you got it as a kid.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And obviously, like growing up, we didn't have much at all.
Nah.
So doing deals, trying to earn money, doing what we can to earn money was always
making ends meet.
Making ends meet was a priority. I was sick there. Was sick. These are clean. And when you were younger, you was buying and selling sweets at school. Yeah, that's quite a big thing for you.
That was massive. Yeah.
You done all right buying and selling sweets, didn't you?
Yeah, well, that's a long story. It literally just went from one step to the next, didn't it? Like the whole idea of buying sweets was completely Leon's. Well, we all know what Leon's like anyway. He thinks of a new idea, and off the back of an idea from Leon, that will lead to something massive, like the car buying shop, for instance.
Car buying shop.
He's constantly, every week, especially like years ago, he's always throwing new ideas at all of us.
He don't stop thinking, does
He
it?
does not stop thinking, which is a great, like, it gives you a good push that you need.
It does.
Something I think's worth mentioning is back when we lived in Mum's house in Luton, Leon and Jerome shared a bedroom, and the choice of beds in that bedroom was a bunk bed. Jerome was on the top bunk, Leon was on the bottom bunk, and the main subject of conversation even then was how can they earn money.
And I was 14 years old, and Leon said to me, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll go down Booker's, which is our local wholesales, we'll get loads of sweets, we'll put them in bags, and we'll go to a market and we'll sell it, just like Dad used to sell meats in the market. We'll go sell some sweets at the market.
Yeah.
So we went there, it was summer, it was like 25, 26 degrees, all the sweets started melting within an hour. So we set the sweets up, ended up packing all away and going home.
Yeah.
I had loads of bags of sweets, luckily they weren't all melted, but I managed to save some of them, took them to school, and that first day I sold like £45 worth of sweets. I rang you up, didn't I?
I remember.
You was in Luton.
Smashed it. Oh yeah, the transit at the time.
Yeah, the transit. You dropped me another bag of sweets at lunchtime, which was probably a 15, 20 minute drive for you when you was probably working as well, doing what you're doing. You've come drop me the sweets so that I could continue selling them throughout the day.
The demand was there, so we had to make sure it was met.
Yeah, and I continued doing it week on week, making the money, at the time it's probably not a lot every day, but these £10, £15, whatever, it adds up to a lot every week, every month. And Leon said to me, if you save £1,000 by the time you're 15, I'll give you 100 quid. So for me, I was like, I've got £200 saved up. I've got another 6-7 months by the time I'm 15. I need to save up and get this £1,000. Saved up, got the £1,000. Leon then give me £100, which is wicked.
Yeah, it's like an incentive for you to save that money.
And then from sweets we went to cars, and then from cars went to houses.
Yeah, so you was an estate agent. So me and Leon. So for those who don't know, Leon's our older brother. Me and Leon set up the car business together, like back when Jerome was in school. And even when you was in school, you was helping out, weren't you? Cleaning cars and stuff.
Driving my peds from Luton to Margate.
Yeah.
Again, a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
And washing cars for £20 a day as a 16-year-old. I absolutely loved it.
You loved it, yeah. You was involved with your older brothers. But then you went off and done an estate agency, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which again, like, back to that deal making thing, it taught you about, not that you needed to teach how to make a deal, but it kept your mind in that motion of doing deals, didn't it?
It was always about deals, always about sales, whether it's sweets, cars, houses. It was always just involved around sales, the whole thing.
And also for us as a family, like Leon was obviously an estate agent before you were, which again was probably encouraged by Leon for you to be an estate agent. Then, we've always done property. So as brothers, we've always worked together on property projects, little deals here and there. Yeah. So in the sideline, like you've done with your project that you've just sold, we've always had that going on in the background as well, haven't we?
Well, when I was 19, you come up with the idea, didn't you? So let's put in 200 quid a pot each, which is 20%, 5 brothers, 20% each, which doesn't seem like a lot to people, but we always said raindrops fill buckets, didn't they?
Raindrops fill buckets.
So you start off small, which £200 a month was possible for all of us.
It was affordable,
We could all afford it, and also it's a bit of a side business. We could all put in a little bit and get something back from that. And we've done that for probably 3 years. Bought and sold about 6 or 7 houses.
That little 200 quid a month, we actually earned a lot of money out of that.
That turned into the deposit for my first house.
Yeah. Well, now you're sat here, you got this car, it just stems from there onwards.
It all builds up, and then obviously bought my first house, and then thought, you know what, I enjoy it, really like flipping houses, so I'll keep doing it. Gone from doing one to doing another, and then just completed on my biggest one so far.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's where the money. It's been a long burner. Like I'm talking about 14. I'm 29 now, so it's been 15 years.
Yeah.
But we've all started from effectively nothing and worked our way up.
Yeah, and I think we was talking about it the other night. We was out for dinner and we was talking about sacrifice. Like even Maya now, our niece, so Leon's daughter, Maya, she's 19 years old, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she got a nice car. Well, she had a nice car.
Yeah.
She sold it because she's now buying a house with you, isn't she?
Yeah, exactly.
So again, we're just all constantly sacrificing, pushing. Like we're just a family that's come from
from Luton with little to zero money, and we're just constantly making sacrifices, working hard, pushing ourselves, encouraging each other as well, because we ain't made it. We're just on a journey, man.
Yeah, we're on a path, definitely.
And we're just trying to maximise wherever we possibly can,
as much as possible.
And even me and you now, as two brothers that grew up how we grew up, to be sat in this car with like a YouTube channel, you know, and it's amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Complete dream car.
It's wicked.
You think about it 15 years ago, and you would never even think it's possible. Like you look at 60 grand, like how is it even possible to save 60 grand? Is it possible?
Exactly that.
Can that happen?
Can you just work hard? You can, you definitely can, but going back to deals, we've always said it's such a good way to earn money, even if it's a little...
Jumps you up, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little side hustle. You know, you was doing a estate agency, it was a good job, and you was doing your bits on the side, like you do a bit of crypto, which is obviously is rubbish at the minute, but you do crypto, you do property, anything you can outside of work, just to hustle up a little bit of extra income.
I think with any businessman in life, they don't just have one business, do they?
Nah.
Like if you look at someone like Peter Jones, he's got his hands in everything, and he don't know himself which business is going to do better.
Nah.
Like if you would have asked him about the Reggae sauce, he wouldn't have known that business was going to do as well as it would.
Nah.
But he just invests in as many businesses, like you said, cars, houses, crypto, whatever it is. Whatever I can get my hands on, invest into it, and hopefully something will pay off one day.
Yeah, exactly that.
And obviously any other opportunity, there might be other opportunities that come up as well that I want to invest in.
Yeah, it's all sort of calculated to an extent, but like property, for an example, and even cars, the way car prices have dropped the last few months, property has as well, crypto has, you know, it's all calculated to an extent, but then, you know, you like you say, you just got to spread bet, put your fingers in as many pies as possible, and just hope, not even hope for the best, because it does usually come good, but you sort of
have calculated risks.
Calculated risks, definitely.
Watches is another one as well.
Watches, their
prices have been dropping recently, and again, they're generally speaking, they're a great investment.
They are.
So there's 35 grand Rolexes at the moment, they've dropped 20-30%.
It's a massive hit, isn't it?
And it's like, oh, it might be the right time to buy. The economy's not great, so the prices could fall further down.
Yeah.
But like, I was just thinking, investing in anything in general like that you know a lot about. It's got to be something you like and you enjoy and you're knowledgeable about. So you can't just invest willy-nilly and you don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, because you can see these things online. You can go online and see like YouTube videos or whatever, and so you can see someone else flourishing in a certain trade. Where like say car traders, some people might watch this now and be like, I want to be a car trader because them boys are doing well in being car traders.
Yeah. But
we absolutely love cars. Even being in an M3 today, like you said earlier, we've grown up loving BMW M3s. Like that is like the go-to dream car for us as lads, wouldn't it?
100%. Yeah,
always.
It's an absolutely amazing car.
So this ain't just a trading. It's a love for earning money. We love earning money, but we also absolutely love cars. So I think everyone's got their thing that they love, isn't they? And I think that's important that whatever you do, you stick to.
You love it and you enjoy it, and that's the one thing about houses. I thought even if worst case, like I'm buying another house now, with Maya obviously, and if that did go wrong and the market didn't go great, well, it's still an enjoyable experience. It's not just about making money. It's fun. It builds you knowledge. It builds you as a person. So I don't think you can go too wrong with buying and selling houses. If it's affordable for you and you can save a deposit, then I think it's a good option for anyone young to invest into. And even cars as well. I think cars, if you didn't know about cars...
That's funny, the junction's closed.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I was going to turn around and go back up.
You can't do that. But if you didn't know about cars, you could quite easily get it wrong, couldn't you?
You could.
You could buy and sell the wrong thing.
And that's why I think with, like, you know, doing things like car vertical check, HPI check, you can look at valuations. You looked on the market with this car. You've obviously bought it below its retail value, so you've done all your sort of calculations, and it feels like a bit of a guarantee for you. I know you've kind of bought it for personal reasons, but at the same time, you want to...
But at the same time, we're in this job, and we know right now how the economy is. No people want to get finance as well because interest rates are high.
Yeah.
So the payments on this are higher.
Yeah.
So I actually knew buying this car could be a little bit more risky.
Yeah.
Because there's less people getting finance right now, and this market massively depends on finance.
Yeah.
Most people buying 20 grand plus, they're all getting them on finance.
Yeah.
So I knew it was a risk, but I thought it's more about timing. I've got the money now, and I've always wanted this car,
it's available, it's the right money.
Why not do it now?
It makes sense, doesn't it? Definitely.
Why wait?
Why wait? Exactly that. Yeah, it's a bloody amazing car, man.
It's got the adaptive suspension and the I think you can adjust loads of different setups on it. Launch control.
It's rear-wheel drive as well, isn't it?
Yeah, rear-wheel drive. They do the X-Drive as well. The X-Drives are actually a little bit quicker, 0 to 60, but these are still ridiculously quick.
Oh. Yeah.
Yaris.
Are we going to do the Yaris?
Oh, I don't know.
The back end is sketchy, man.
It is, yeah.
I suppose it is damp though.
Do you know what? I was driving it last about 2 nights ago. Left my mate's house about 10 o'clock, and it was icy and wet, and you can't get your power down.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place. Like even round bends and that, it's not possible. You'd actually be better off driving a 3 Series diesel.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to keep the power down.
You're gonna get the same results out of a 320D.
Yeah. That's why an RS3 is good.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot better getting its power down. The wet doesn't affect it too much, or the damp. So, it's still an amazing car though.
Oh,
even with the back end going out.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's meant to be, innit? It's meant to be a rear-wheel drive, savage, bloody driver's car, and
It's made for drifting.
it does that perfectly, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly that.
I'm sure it'd be an absolutely unbelievable around the track as well.
Oh, definitely.
I think anyone would.
So I've just switched it into M2 mode. I'm guessing that's in MDM. The traction control feels like it's off. But even then, it was proper spinning, wasn't it?
Yeah. The heads-up display changes on certain modes as well. I noticed the revs come up. Are the revs on the heads-up display now?
Not in a minute, no.
I think that's like the all dangerous mode basically when it does that. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's not on at the minute. I don't know what it's. Oh, you can adjust it all there though, can't you? Oh wait, hold on, that's changed now.
That's it now. Apparently you're not supposed to use the track mode on the roads. For track only.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I haven't used that yet.
What an amazing car though, man.
Ridiculous car.
It's just like the perfect car. Obviously for me, we talk about cars all the time. What's the dream daily? I want to get my own car. I suppose we've moved yards, didn't we, recently?
Yeah.
So that's been a big focus for us as a family.
Yeah, of course.
And keeping the ball rolling with content, buying new stock for the business. That's also a priority.
Yeah.
But at some point, I would like to get my own car. But
Yeah, I think you should.
I'm sure it's good for the channel, good for me. But it's the same thing again. We was talking about sacrifice earlier. It's a sacrifice that I'm making because we have to, don't we?
Yeah,
we have to.
Yeah.
We ain't got potloads of money. No one's giving us anything. We're just making use of what we've got and trying to maximise where we can. And sacrifice is key, really, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And even Mum said to me when I sold the house, she goes, "You're not just going to go out and buy a flash car, are you?" I'd already bought this car. That was a couple of days ago, and I was like, "Well, I have gone out and bought a flash car, but it's not going to be something, hopefully, that I shouldn't lose money on." Whereas if I was to keep it and have it for say 12, 18 months, yeah, I would love that. I'd love to drive this car every day, but it's going to cost me a lot of money. I'm going to lose money on it. Plus, that money could be better spent elsewhere.
Yeah, so for you, the priority currently is earning money
and keep it moving. Definitely
keep moving forward.
You've got to keep moving forward. I can't let what I want or this car hold me back in where I want to be.
Yeah,
so the ultimate goal is just keep moving forward all the time.
And it's unfortunate because it's kind of like some people think, like even Magdalena would say to me, "Oh, you need to get a nice car," and I'm like, "Well, it's not really a priority. It is a priority, but it's not really a priority." And she's like, "Well, you love cars, you're working in cars all the time. Surely you should have your own car." And some people are like, "It's mad. Like most people would prioritise having a nice car over anything else."
Yeah, definitely.
And it is a priority, and it would be amazing, but we're just not that way inclined, are we?
Not at all. No. But considering we are massively car people, like you said, there's other priorities.
I suppose at some point we'll chill out and we'll enjoy life.
Maybe. Maybe.
But at the minute, it's just fully about being on it, working hard, progressing, keep moving forward.
We're still young. And keep moving as quick as we can.
We're living our own little dream, and
we'll get to where we want to be one day.
Yeah. Cool. So I know the subject to the video ain't really been about the car. It's been more about, I suppose, me and Jerome. But I wanted it to be about that because it's a rare opportunity to get to Jerome on the channel. He's always busy in the offices dealing with customers, so it's good to drag him away and get him on the channel. So yeah, if you want to see a follow-up video on the car, do let me know. I don't know what else I can do on it really. I can do another.
Take it around the track.
Take it around the track, that'd be good.
You can take it around the track.
That's if you don't sell it in top before that happens.
I'm sure there's someone out there with a track who'd let you go there next week.
Yeah.
I think you driving this car around the track would be unbelievable.
That'd be wicked, man.
That'd be very good. Would it be better in the wet or the dry?
In the dry, I think.
Yeah.
Less likely.
Be in the wet, do you think? It'd be lethal, wouldn't it?
Yeah, surely it'd be a bloody disaster.
Probably be better for the tyres.
Yeah. The tyres will come back in a better state, but I might not. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up, leave it as that. Thank you very much for watching. That's the fuel light just come on now. Shock.
No surprise there.
Hit like if you like this video, hit subscribe if you're new. I'll put Jerome's Instagram in the description below as well if anyone wants to reach out to him for whatever reason you can. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Since filming this video, this car is now sold.